Bye, bus. You have everything? We're going to Panama City. We just found out that Kaylee doesn't have an entrance stamp into Panama.
Which I don't know how the hell that happened.
And we've flown before, but for some reason this guy's giving us a hard time because there's no stamp. So I think he said we can't exit. So I'm sitting here waiting right now. He just told us it's a big problem.
So they did the final boarding call. We're not catching our flight today. Hopefully, fingers crossed that we can get this all situated and we can get on the next flight, which is at 6 p.m. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna want to talk to somebody and just be like, this is crazy. I know, I understand, but we can still try to get an explanation. They're making us pay a $1,000 fine. It's unbelievable. We have to go all the way back to the Costa Rica border.
I feel so incredibly stupid right now. And I know all you guys are thinking, this is your fault. You should have gotten your passport stamps. You should have been more careful and taken the steps to make sure that, you know, this is all figured out. And this is just one of those other things that we overlooked, and it was my passport, so I take full responsibility for not being more adamant about making sure we took all the steps at the border. So we have to pay the price, we have to pay the fine. And there are no excuses. I have no excuses. This is my own fault. I didn't want to share this with you guys because I honestly am extremely embarrassed, and I feel like this is my fault because it was my passport and I should have paid attention to it. But we gotta do what we gotta do.
I just had to go to an ATM and take out $1,000 in cash. And we'd also just found out there's no more flights out of Deported to Panama City today. Today, for some reason, there's only one.
In this kind of cases, he's good. He don't have any problem with immigration. We cannot transport people with no problems, but
We're back in Costa Rica now. Back at the border. Gotta go get our stamp and then find our way back to David. We have no transportation. So I want to try and hitchhike it, but I feel like we'll end up taking a bus. They're telling us not to film in there, so I just walked outside to give you guys an update. Kaylee just paid the $1,000 fine, which sucks. It freaking hurts so bad, but the most important thing, I guess, to me is getting back to El Salvador. We have a flight out tomorrow morning, so we need to get to Panama City, and there's no more flights. So we're gonna need to try and take a bus, or we're gonna need to drive and take our bus. So we're trying to figure all that out now, but unfortunately we can't film that much because this is a government building, so we're just gonna have to give you updates when we can. I honestly never thought getting stamps was that important. And if I show you my passport, so many times while we've been traveling, we haven't gotten stamps. So here you can see Nicaragua. This is just the exit stamp. We never got an entrance stamp. And I remember when we went and got it. I remember when he's like, you don't have an entrance stamp. I said, I don't know, they never gave me one. And he said, well, that's their problem. And then that was it. And then it also happened here with Costa Rica. You can see we only have 3 Costa Rica stamps. And again, we never got an exit stamp because we entered and exited twice. So I never knew that they were that important. And if I knew a stamp was worth $1,000, then I would have been all over it. Kaylee's running around with all these border people, and they don't let me go with her. So she kind of needs to just do it all on her own. But I was just talking to one of the guys here, and he tells me that about 3 to 5 people a day have the same issue that we have. So if you can think 3 to 5 people enter the country illegally or without getting their stamp, that's $3,000 to $5,000 they're making every single day. What a business that is, you know? But it just doesn't seem right that not having the stamp, I don't know. But that's something that we're learning about Panama and in our process of moving here, is you just need to be on top of everything and on top of what everyone's doing, and when they're filling out paperwork, just make sure it's done right. Let me see that stamp. You got it. Keep it right next to the
Receipts.
Keep it right next to the stupid receipt that we paid $1,000 for.
Alright, let's get a damn bus.
Oh, here it is though. That's where we want to go. David. Now we're on the bus. We'll go back to David. So you can see over here, this is the checkpoint station that we went through. And they look at everything. They looked at Kaylee's passport, they looked at my passport. They look at everything to make sure that you can legally enter the country. And they said we could legally enter the country. And it turns out we couldn't legally enter the country. It's like there were like a bunch of mistakes that lined up to this happening. And it just sucks that we have to pay the price. This is the good news. This is the bumpiest bus ride I've ever been on. This is why no one sits in the back. Everyone sits in the back. We're learning another lesson right now. He's hit somebody.
Jesus.
I guess we're gonna miss our bus from, our bus leaves in 11 minutes. I don't think we're gonna make it. Gracias. Gracias. Oh, we just made it. They're just pulling out. But neither of us have eaten anything all day. And it's 2:20. We're starving. This is a 7 to 9 hour bus ride. So this could be a long one. The only consumable we have is a vial of CBD. Which it's great. It's great CBD. It's Joy Organics. It's awesome.
It is.
Kaylee actually has an affiliate to it. We'll put a link in the description if you're looking for some good CBD. But we might just need to get really, really relaxed on some CBD and ride this 7 hours out. So we hopped on this bus and we just slept because we were so hungry that we really didn't want to think about anything. And we just wanted to try to pass out. So we basically tried to sleep the whole way. We got into Panama City. We called an Uber, ripped through the city in 10 minutes, got to our hotel. Our hotel is so beautiful. Came up to our room. Kaylee crushed it. She booked this hotel and she just absolutely nailed it.
You guys, if you've never used Hotel Tonight, we booked this 2 nights ago, so it wasn't even the same day. And it was only $50, the regular $140 a night.
You crushed it. You guys see that? I've been waiting 14 hours for that since we had granola and almond milk this morning. I've been waiting to eat that. So I'm gonna dig in. We're gonna dig in. We got some awesome Cuban food. I'm just gonna leave you with this. We had some time on the bus to kind of like recollect everything that happened. I'm sure some of you are thinking a few things. I'm sure some of you are thinking that we're getting scammed, that the government's ripping us off, and or that the two of us are just super stupid and
We're a bunch of knuckleheads.
and just like, yeah, just not responsible. And I can understand like both of those thoughts. It's just like, it's like, yeah, like, you know, we should have been, obviously we should have been more on top of everything. And yeah, the way that their system is set up is also kind of a little questionable, but it's just like, at the end of the day, things don't always go perfect. And it's just how you deal with that situation when there's obviously there's something wrong and there's a problem. It's just how we deal with that situation that we try to be on top of. And you know, obviously there was some mistakes that were made, and ultimately we had to pay for the price for it, and that's just what happened. And it was a little bit of a challenging day, but you know, it wasn't like it was anything super crazy. We're gonna eat some Cuban food and hang out in this beautiful hotel, and tomorrow we're going to El Salvador. So things aren't always, you know, unicorns and rainbows. Sometimes there's challenges, and you guys got to see one today. So I'm taking my boots off. I'm really excited about it. Kaylee's washing her face. And I eat my first meal in 14 hours. So this is where I'm gonna let you guys go.
We love you guys so much.
And the next time we see you, we'll be getting on a plane and going to El Salvador. See you next time.
Heading back to the airport. Luckily, everything goes smooth.
We're going to El Salvador.